everyone, my name is Candace and I'm here to show you this awesome sewing machine from Brother. Now, I'm a novice sewer. I've only been sewing for about 3 weeks and I wanted a really nice machine that I can kind of get started with. I did a little bit of research. I found a lady in Walmart who seemed to know what she was doing and she led me to the Brother LX2763. I've only used it to kind of do some test runs, play around with some fabric, kind of work on how to sew seams and gathers and those kinds of things. So for me, so far the performance has been great. This is an amazing machine. I love this machine because it is super simple to use. The machine that I've been using as part of a sewing class is a great machine, but it's a little complicated for me being a novice sewer. So when I got this machine, I was a little worried about how I was going to be able to adjust from that machine, thinking it was going to be the same thing. This one is vastly different from that machine. It's so much easier to use. When I brought it home from the store, I was able to set up this machine within 5 minutes. It was super simple. Noise level on this machine is fairly low. I did some research and this machine has a 25-year limited warranty. You do have to go through Brother and actually register your product. It doesn't start just from the day that you purchase the machine. You do have to go in and register. Brother also encourages you to only take the machine to a Brother authorized repair center. So let's talk about the specifications of this particular machine. So this machine is 15.3 inches by 12.1 inches by 5.9 inches. So it's super compact. It does have a very nice carrying handle that isn't sticking out. It's actually part of the machine. It actually weighs just a little over 12 pounds, like 5.1 pounds. So it's a very light, compact machine. This machine is brand new. I've only had it for about 3 weeks. I highly recommend this machine just be used as a home sewing machine. I am not sure its limitations exactly. Again, novice sewer. I could imagine that it would do pretty much anything, any project that you would need done in the home, whether you're making curtains, clothing, pillows, any accessories, those kinds of things. But I don't know if it would do like very intense sewing projects. I'm just not sure, but I think it is really marketed to beginner sewers. So the next step is to actually thread the machine, and it's super simple. So the first thing you're going to do is load your thread onto your spindle here, and it does, it's for short, but then you can also bring it up here by just pulling it. So you're going to pop your thread there. So you're going to loop your thread around your first stop here. You're going to bring it down. You're going to loop it around. Make sure your hand wheel is up at the top. You're going to come in here. It loops inside the hand wheel really easily. So, and then you bring it down, and then you loop it around number 5. Okay? Now, I'm about to show you my favorite feature of this machine, but you've got to come a little closer. Okay, now this is my favorite feature of this machine. So when I first started sewing, I was threading my thread through the needle like you traditionally do. I didn't know really what all this junk was up in this area. I thought it was something to do with the presser foot, wasn't really sure. It's an automatic needle threader. So this is how this works. So basically, you pull this piece down, you take your thread and you wrap it down around this little gray part here. Okay, so you want to make sure that it is around that gray part and that gray part. And what it's going to do is it automatically threads your needle for you. Put your finger down here because otherwise it'll pull it out. And then it automatically has thread my needle for me. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and put my fabric onto the feed dogs down here. I'm going to line it up on the 5/8 inch seam allowance mark there. I'm going to lower my presser foot, which is this dowel this lever right here. Presser foot's down. Now, the back stitch lever is right here in front of me, so it's super simple. So let's go ahead and make our first few stitches. Alright, bring my hand wheel up. Presser foot comes up. Now this machine is equipped with a thread cutter on the side. Pop that down, and you can see that it did. I have 2 threads, so it did pick up my bobbin thread as well, which is fantastic. So let's take a look at our stitches and see how this machine did. Okay, so here are our stitches. So you can see it does have 2 threads, so it picked up my bobbin thread. And that's the front, and then this is the back. So you can see my tension looks pretty dang good. Let's see how that seam looks like on the inside. Nice tight stitches. Yes, I'm very impressed with this machine. This is a great machine. This machine has 6 presser feet that are included. This machine comes with an automatic buttonhole feature, and it does come with the buttonhole foot that you would need to do that process. Now let's take a look at the buttonhole presser foot. Again, this machine has an automatic buttonhole feature, which is really nice. So the first thing you want to do is take off your standard all-purpose presser foot. So you want to take this off, and you want to look into your accessory kit that comes with the machine, and we found this. This is your buttonhole presser foot, and it's going to sit this way on the machine. So this little bar is where the presser foot is going to, it's going to clamp down, and then you're going to actually have your button back here. So I've chosen just this really cute little button here. And the way we load this is you're going to take this, slide it out. You're going to pop your, I'm going to slide it all the way up. You're going to pop your button straight into here and kind of clamp it down. It's kind of like if you've ever used zip ties, it's that same kind of concept. So here is our button in our button hole presser foot. Put down my presser foot. I'm going to bring this down, push that back. Over. And here is your buttonhole. What you do is take 2 straight pins. I'm going to put the first straight pin through this end of my buttonhole, turn it around, and put this one through the other end. Like this. Okay. Then I'm going to take my seam ripper, start at one side, come through, and seam rip up. And the pins help you not go past your point there. Ta-da! Okay. Now I'm going to grab the button from my presser foot. So I'm going to come back here and just snap off my little friend. Okay. And now, let's see if we did it right. Yay! It goes through. It actually worked. So, there you go. So that's the automatic buttonhole feature on this Brother LX2673. This is the thing I love about this machine. It has an automatic bobbin load for you. You do not have to pull your thread up. It does it when you do your first stitch, which I spent a good hour trying to figure out how to pull up the bobbin thread, only to realize that it does it automatically and that it doesn't need to be done. So that is a blessing, and it's something that I love about this machine. Where you would traditionally have your bobbin come out, it does have little diagrams everywhere for you. So the first diagram you want to pay attention to is that in this little cubby here, you can barely see it, but right here there's a notch. Right there. That is eventually where your thread is going to go through. And you can see it over here. It actually tells you yes this way, no that way. So what you want to do is you want to follow the instructions here. You want your thread to be coming off of this side. So you want your thread to be pulling like this. So just pay attention to how you're loading it, but you want it to come over like that. So what you're going to do is just pop your bobbin down into this little tray. Take your thread, and just like the diagram, is you want that thread to come around that little piece there. Now, you still continue to have a guide. So it went through this little piece down here, but now you're gonna pull it here, and it actually has a small blade at this end, so be careful. And then you just pop that off. Now, that is all you have to do. You can put your little bobbin cover back on. It is going to automatically thread your bobbin up when you make your first stitch. This machine has 27 built-in stitches. They range from the buttonhole stitch being number 1 to a straight stitch. There are zigzag stitches. There are more like a floral stitch. The first thing I did when I got this machine home is I played around with it and I actually tested every single stitch. The one thing about this machine, and this is kind of the complaint, is it's sort of kind of difficult to access stitches 15 and above. The way that you do that on this machine is you take your stitch length dial, you come all the way over, and it stops here on 0. Now, you think that that's all it can do, but if you actually keep turning, it'll come to the SS. That is how you access stitches 15 through 27. This machine comes with tons of included accessories. First, you have your zigzag foot, and this comes on the machine when you take it out of the box. Next, you have the buttonhole foot, you have a zipper foot, you have your darning plate, you have a button sewing foot. It also comes with 4 bobbins and a set of standard needles with a tiny screwdriver to attach them. It comes with an accessory spool, a pack of twin needles, a narrow hemmer foot, a blind stitch foot, and an instructional DVD. So this machine comes with optional accessories that you can purchase. Most of these can be purchased from Brothers website. So here we are on Brothers website, and so I have my sewing machine pulled up. On a side note, I found Brothers site to be extremely helpful. They have tutorial videos, product reviews, and really give you a good idea of every machine that they manufacture. So here is my machine pulled up. If you scroll down to where the information for your machine is listed, on the 3rd section over, you'll see optional accessories. Here you can see general accessories, accessory feet, and here you can see bobbins and cassettes. So let's click on general accessories and you can see all kinds of different scissors. There are different tables. Accessory feet's really interesting. There are so many accessory feet for this machine. There are braiding feet, there is a clear view foot, there is a concealed zipper foot, tons of different optional accessories for the machine. This machine can be purchased everywhere. You can purchase it from Brothers website, from Amazon. I personally purchased mine from Walmart. Now, one reason why I went with this particular machine was that it was highly rated on multiple websites and the price. This machine retails for around $99. I happen to pay $99.97 at Walmart, and that is usually the case. On Amazon, it's around $99 as well, so it's a really good budget machine with a lot of great features. Now, I pride myself on being an informed consumer, so naturally, I read the Amazon reviews, I read Walmart.com reviews, Target.com reviews, even reviews on Brothers on website, and they all come in at around 4.5 to 4.7 stars, which is pretty good.